Alright guys, good morning. I am gonna try to get ready all in one go. He is taking a nap right now. So let's hope that I can do this. Where's my brushes? Is it this one? It doesn't actually look like it very much, but I'm in a menu. I'm struggling. I'm in a new filming space. You've maybe already seen that video. It's definitely up. I'll link it down below if you have not. But we moved everything up from the basement to the upper floor. And so we set everything up here. And so that's where I'm filming right now. Love it. And I'm already out of order because I need to do concealer first since I'm doing powder foundation. Very much not with it today. But all of our filming stuff is in one room now, which is great because we used to have it like down in the basement, one green screen, and then another green screen up in the dining room. And the lighting was not good up there, and it was just a mess. It also just made the house a mess up there, just not being able to really move around a lot because of the green screen. So everything is all in this room now. So I have the one that was downstairs right there, and then I have the big one over here, and then I have this, my vanity like filming setup that I can use for casual videos. So that's what we're doing. And honestly, we're saying to ourselves, like, why didn't we just do that before, you know? Because it makes things so much easier, especially with not being able, or not having to drag him downstairs every time that we want to film. So that way we can keep an eye on him and stuff, you know? This way, like, the living room is just right down the hallway, and with the door open, I can hear if he's fussing or anything like that. And that's what we're doing with that. How is everybody doing in, you know, staying at home and stuff like that? FYI, YouTube has like lifted the ban on talking about the thing that's going on. But there's still so many restrictions, and I don't want to be demonetized because while this channel doesn't make me a ton of money every month, I would rather have next to nothing as opposed to nothing. So I'm not going to be saying the word. I'm not going to be talking about anything to do with anything medical because YouTube can be a little shady. So that's as far as I will go with it, as to saying, like, how are you all doing while staying at home? So we actually, to be perfectly honest, like, it's not that much different, you know, because we already weren't really going out a whole lot because we have a newborn. So it's like if we needed to go out, you know, only one of us could go out really, because we didn't want to drag him out everywhere unless we were going to a doctor's appointment or something. So honestly, it's not much different for us. It's kind of like business as usual. The only difference is that I'm like a little bit more vigilant if I do have to go out, about making sure I'm not touching, you know, things that I don't absolutely have to touch and all that stuff, you know. And we take our clothes off once we come back inside and, you know, put them in the hamper and stuff like that. But other than that, like, we're not really going crazy about anything. Like, it is what it is. I'm not going to disrupt my whole life over it. So we're just doing our best, and our best will have to be good enough. So that's what's going on with that. But for the most part, pretty much everything is normal. I hope that if you are having to work outside in this, that you're staying safe though. And I appreciate the people that do work at, like, you know, grocery stores and stuff, because I know that we have to go to the grocery store at least like every like 7 to 10 days. We end up needing something, and it's like, everyone's like, oh, buy it online. Dude, do you know like how long it's taking to get things delivered nowadays? Like, I looked at grocery delivery just yesterday, and the most recent one that they could deliver was like 2 weeks from now. And I'm like, great, we'll start by then. So yeah, going to the grocery store is absolutely like a necessity. We can't avoid that. So we're doing that. But like I said, just one of us goes and we just do it that way. What else? I feel like I have allergies this morning. So I've hit pan on this like really bad. I'm at this point just kind of trying to use it up because it's discontinued. No point in trying to hang on to it. But I've been trying to catch up on shows, and like everyone else in the free world, I'm watching Tiger King. But I would just like to say though that I was aware of Joe Exotic many, many years ago, and have listened and watched multiple things. And I feel like now everybody's getting on the train, but I was on that train a while ago. Just want to point that out. He's trendy now, but I liked reading and listening about him and watching about him before he was trendy. I don't know why that's like something to brag about. But you know, one of those things, it's like, oh, everyone is like jumping on this now, but it's like I was there on the ground floor. So that's that. So I'm watching it. I do appreciate that they're kind of showing how all of the people involved are pretty much like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Because I did listen to a podcast a little while back that was very much kind of like, you know, as if Carol was like the good person and Joe was the bad person. Honestly, I think they're all nuts, you know, but if I had to pick, I'm on Joe's side, honestly, because that woman's crazy. So that's where I'm at on that. I have been watching, well, actually I finished, well, I can't say I finished because it's like a current series. So, but I'm up to date on it, and that is Superstore. I told myself that I didn't want to watch that. Like, that looks like a stupid show. And then of course you get desperate because there's nothing else to watch. And so I started watching it and I was like, okay, I like this. So I quickly like went through all 5 seasons, and now I'm like up to date on the most recent episodes. And apparently there's only going to be one more season, but America Ferrera is going to be gone during it. So I'm just like, well, what are we going to do then, you know? But it is good. And I will say, having worked at Walmart, it is very much like Superstore. Like that show is not that far off the mark on like a real life working at a Superstore situation. But you know, I liked Walmart. I enjoyed working there, you know. I know a lot of people tend to vilify them, but I liked it. Really enjoyed myself. And I worked with an interesting cast of characters, not unlike Superstore. So that was a good show. It's one of those where I'm like, I wish I had watched that sooner, but at the same time, I was glad that I had like 5 whole seasons to watch all at once. And we've started watching Glow. Well, I shouldn't say started because we started and finished. So I'm up to date on all 3 seasons of that, and apparently there's just going to be one more season as well. Honestly though, that one, after the second season, or maybe like halfway through the second season, something like that, like it kind of changed, and it was really no longer about wrestling. It was more about the women's personal lives. So I feel like a little duped because I'm like, I thought I was watching a show about women's wrestling, and then really it turned into something entirely different. So that's like, Netflix, come on. But now I'm invested, and now I have to watch the whole thing. So that's where we're at with that. What else have I been watching? It's so hard to remember. Because I know last time I did like a get ready with me, I told you all the things that I was watching on Netflix. I'm really sad that Modern Family is coming to an end. Like, really genuinely sad. Like, I feel like they're not truly making TV like that nowadays anymore. Like, that was the only show of its kind that was like that. Like a easy to digest 30-minute comedy show with a cast of characters that you could really like enjoy all of them. And it was very reminiscent of like 90s and like very early 2000s 30-minute sitcoms, you know, like it's just a show like that. And honestly, now most of the 30-minute shows are just so hyper political or so talking about just like ultra like trendy hot button topics. And I'm just like, I just want to sit down and watch something entertaining. I don't want to watch a news show disguised as a 30-minute sitcom. Like Modern Family will sometimes touch on those things, but it's almost more like in a tongue-in-cheek kind of way, which I appreciate, you know? So I'm very, very sad that that's over. Oh no. I set him down like 10 minutes ago, and now he's already fussing. That doesn't sound like it's gonna stop either. You know, sometimes you can just kind of let him go, and after a couple minutes he'll just like calm down, but I don't know if that's gonna be that today. So I'm just gonna move along and hope that he just settles back down. Trying to think of what else has been going on. I feel like there hasn't been a whole lot going on. I mean, because it's like, honestly, what are we really doing, you know? Like, I feel like most people probably aren't doing a whole lot nowadays. Got a hair here that I can't see. But, I will say that I miss being able to go out and just like go to TJ Maxx and look around or something. Yep, I don't think he's gonna calm down. Because that was just kind of like a nice thing to do, just to like get out of the house and not really have like errands to do or anything. But now I can't go and do that, and now it's just like sit at home and watch TV, you know? But even with that, like, I feel like I'm running out of things to watch. So if you have suggestions on good TV shows that you like, let me know. Wow. Preferably something like funny, you know, or comedy. Because the drama shows, like especially an hour-long drama, it's so much to watch, you know? It's just a lot to commit to. And then you know that it's going to be like intense and not really something relaxing. So I would prefer something like that. If you have any suggestions. I think I'm going to have to check on him after I blend this. But you know what? Honestly, there's most people... Am I hitting pan on this? Oh. I don't know what these hourglass ones look like underneath, but I think that I might be starting to hit pan right there, which is crazy. Wow. I would have thought that there would be more, but I mean, I guess I have been using this a lot. But you know, for the most part, I feel like most people around here in the Chicago suburbs are just going about their day. Like, there are people, you know, like doing like the masks and gloves and stuff like that, but for the most part, people are just going on about their business, you know? For better or worse, that's what's going on. And the last time that I went to Walmart, it was very like crowded and packed, and it was before they had implemented like the limiting the number of people allowed in the store and stuff like that. So I wonder how it will be now, but I was definitely having to like try to maintain a distance because there were so many people, like, and I had to skip over some aisles in order to do it also. What blush am I gonna wear? Let me do Luminosa. Whoops. Alright. I think he's just fussing just to fuss. Just because I'm not there. I can't tell if the lighting is better in front of this window or better in front of the other one, because the other one, even though it was downstairs, it was only like half below grade. So basically out my window downstairs right in front of me was our vinyl fence, and it kind of reflected the sun right at me. So I feel like I had pretty good light down there. But I don't know. I mean, this was decent. I don't know. As the viewer, you tell me if you think it's better up here for the get ready with me's. I'm going to have to go check on him. He is going crazy. He probably just needs like a little bounce around. Okay, we're back. I don't know where I was. I think I just finished blush. So we'll move on to eyes. So yeah, that's basically what's going on, aka not a whole lot. I do hope that this is over somewhat soon, because it kind of sucks just not being able to like go places, you know. I will say though that the whole like panic buying of toilet paper, what? I saw that on the news, like happening other places, and I was like, these people are crazy. Like, what is going on? Like, of all the things, why would you not buy like non-perishable foods or something like that? But no, they're buying toilet paper. And then it started happening here, and I was like, wow, this is insane. Like, back at like, I think it was like the end of February maybe, we went to Costco, and like the toilet paper, like everyone had toilet paper in their carts, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I feel like a lot of it was just people like kind of like monkey see, monkey do, you know, like people saw other people doing it and they're like, I'm gonna do that too. Just crazy. Like, we always have like the large like wholesale packages of TP, so we don't have to worry about it, you know, like, because we buy it like well before we're gonna run out, even just on a regular basis. But some of these people, man, I was like, WTF. But I will say though that if everyone in America would embrace the bidet like other countries have, wouldn't be a problem. Just say that much. Because when you have a, is that a spider? I think it's lint. Oh no, okay, it's gummy stuff off of the mirror. Whoa. When you have a bidet, you use a lot less toilet paper, like significantly less. So if everyone would just embrace that, y'all wouldn't have to be worrying about toilet paper. But that's just me. What else? Ooh, I feel like I might have put too much highlight on. But honestly, whenever I sat down to film this, I was like, oh, I have so much I can talk about. And now I'm like, I have nothing to talk about. Because there's just not really a whole heck of a lot going on. I'm thinking seriously about just having a different channel entirely to do other content on, because whether I like it or not, YouTube does not favor channels that have a broad variety of things that they do videos on, which is what I would prefer, because I feel like this channel is pretty much my life, and I would like to do videos about anything pertaining to my life that I would like to talk about. But for better or worse, that's just not how YouTube sees it. So I'm strongly considering doing that, just so that I can break it up and maybe have like more vlog type stuff over there, and have this be more focused on, I don't know what, because I hate to say just beauty videos, because honestly it doesn't excite me as much anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, I like makeup and stuff, but I feel like I'm like a lot of other beauty YouTubers that you're seeing, where we're growing up, you know, our lives are in a different place than they were whenever we first started our channels, and you're not wanting to do videos on just makeup all the freaking time. Like, I don't even buy new makeup at nearly the rate that I used to buy it at. And that's not for like lack of liking it or whatever. It's just that I'm just not excited by a lot of it. I think that we all got burnt out on all the new releases that were happening over the past couple of years. And it's just I have other interests, you know? So if I do that, I'll have to think about what content I would actually have over here. Because YouTube just, it's not favoring the channel anymore. Like, it's not recommending my videos. And I've even had some of you tell me in comments and DM that I don't show up in your subscription feed anymore, which sucks, you know, but honestly, I see that. I see that in the analytics that, you know, X number of, or X percentage of my subscribers have notifications enabled, but X percentage of those are not receiving notifications. You know, X percentage of views are from subscribers versus not subscribed and all this stuff. And it's like, I mean, that basically tells you that YouTube is not favoring your channel. And from everything that I've read, it's that YouTube doesn't favor channels that speak on too broad of topics, you know, which sucks because I hate to be pigeonholed into one thing, and I hate to have to create multiple and multiple and multiple other channels on top of the other channels that we already created, just to be able to do videos that I want to do. But at the end of the day, you know, it becomes, even though you love doing something, doing, like, putting a lot of effort into, like, filming, editing, you know, doing all of this stuff just to, you know, not have anyone be able to see it because YouTube doesn't notify them, it then becomes, is there a point to that, you know? So I have to do something to make YouTube re-favor the channel, basically. And that might mean ceasing some videos on this channel and moving them to other channels, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is. And I feel like it's something that not enough people like talk about, because of course people with bigger channels probably encounter this same thing, but they get such a broad audience anyway. They still get tons and tons of views on their videos that it doesn't affect them in the same way that it affects small creators, you know? So all that to say, I don't know. I don't know what. All that to say, I don't know what. But that's just where my head is at right now on that stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll all find out, right? I feel like I should have been paying more attention to this because that's looking a little not great. Whatever, it's not like I'm going anywhere. I'm just sitting home today. We're filming for some of our other channels. I do have some good news. We mentioned it on that channel. I didn't know if I wanted to mention it here. But one of our channels has gotten into review for monetization, and it's like a channel that we didn't really think, like, I mean, we just did it for fun. But that's nice, you know, hopefully it will actually go through because YouTube is taking forever to review the channels for monetization nowadays because, you know, they're working from home and stuff. What is that? Ugh, and I have dry skin on my nose too from allergies, which is lovely. Somebody's mowing their lawn. But anyway, it's 5-minute eats, which surprising. I do promote some of our videos on Facebook, so I'm sure that that's like kind of what pushed us over the edge for some of this, but I'm just surprised that people like enjoy watching food reviews that much. Like we like watching food reviews, but it's always interesting to know that like other people enjoy it. So that's something that's nice, you know. And I mean, I can't remember if I've said it over here or not. God, my skin is looking very dry up here for some reason. I wonder what I did to it. WTF. We do more like, we do like a small amount of fast food, you know, if there's something new to try out or whatever, but for the most part, we review like food that you can find at like Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, you know, like average everyday family food. So I feel like that's kind of different, you know, most of these food review channels are like heavy into like doing fast food. God, that dry skin. So, you know, that's something different. Sometimes it feels like all I ever do is constantly like push our other channels, but you know, I'm proud of our other channels. So you know, I want to tell you about them, especially since YouTube apparently isn't showing my videos to a lot of people. Like if this is the first video that you're seeing from me in a while because you had to come find it, or because this is the one that just happened to show up in your feed, then we have other channels and we do other things on those channels. So the links for those channels are always in the description box if you ever want to check them out. No pressure. And that's that. Lately I've been using this Anastasia Makeup by Mario palette. Is that what it's called? Master Palette by Mario. After having bought it and then not really used it a whole lot. And now lately I've been using it and I've pretty much only been doing this one look with it, of course. But I'm really enjoying it. I was actually going to do one of those one take get ready with me's or whatever it's called. And I started it the other day. And then I realized that I had like nothing to talk about, much like today. And so then I just ended up scrapping it halfway through because I was like, well, hell, this is really boring. But I mean, if that's something that you would want to see, then let me know and I'll certainly do it and like come up with a list of things to talk about. I gotta think of some other videos to do for this channel, especially if I am gonna separate out some of the more like lifestyle type of videos and do those on a different channel. I gotta come up with some different ones that I want to do on here. Is it just me, or always this eye, the inner corner is brighter whenever I do it than this eye? Like, and it doesn't matter how much I pack onto here, it's just never as poppin', which sucks, but you know, tis what it is, whatever. I really gotta try to finish this because I have a feeling he's not gonna be quiet for too much longer. I had to swaddle him, put him in the swing, turn on music, put the pacifier in, and do all that. Forgot to use my eye primer today. That's great. Brows. So I have been using this Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt because I can't seem to get my Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer in the store lately. And you know what? I don't love it as much as I love that, but this is pretty good. So if you did love that Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer because I recommended it or something, give this one a try because it is quite nice. I don't love the applicator as much, but the actual product is still pretty good. And it does give my brows like kind of a nice fluffy look. I wonder who's mowing their lawn. The neighbor directly across from us, really nice family. Every time that spring and summer rolls around, we always feel really crappy about ourselves because his lawn looks phenomenal. Like, it is like one of those lawns where you're like, wow, that could be in a commercial. It's just amazing. And every year we try to like make ours as good as his and it just doesn't work. He's even given us advice on like, oh, do this, do that. Doesn't work. Like, granted, ours looks better than a lot of other people's on the street, but whenever you look at ours versus his, there's just no competition. Like, he just blows ours out of the water every time. And the first summer, we burnt our grass so bad with fertilizer. It was literally like in stripes. So it was like yellow and brown stripes from the varying degrees of burnt crispiness. Hilarious, because we had to spend the entire summer looking at his lawn and he had to spend the entire summer looking at our lawn, and he had to have been like probably so like sorry for us being so pitiful. But his lawn just looks freaking great. What else do I gotta do? I gotta do some setting spray. What sucks is that I'm running low on this and I don't particularly want to go to Walmart. And I know that if I send my husband in for this, how much you want to bet he doesn't come home with this? He's going to come home with like hairspray or something. So I got to put on my mascara now. All right, I had to take another break, but I got my mascara on. I'm going to leave the lips off because I'm sure that I'm going to have to be like holding him and drinking coffee and stuff before we start filming for the other channels, so I'm just gonna leave it off. But I did, interestingly, get these in my Walmart, I think winter 2020 beauty box. Just came in this morning, and it's a soft matte lip cream from NYX and a soft matte metallic lip cream, both in California. So that's kind of cool. It does look like it'll be an interesting color. So I might try those out a little bit later. But I'm kind of excited to get those because they're also like, that's pretty good size for like a $5 subscription box, because it also came with other stuff. So if you guys don't subscribe to that, I would suggest it, because I always find good stuff in there and I pretty much use everything that comes in my box. So that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Get Ready With Me where I talked about a whole lot of nothing. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you're staying safe, and I'm sticking to my eyes. But that's it. I lost my train of thought. I hope that you're all well though, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.